Good morning. There are certain sections interlinked like 498A, 304B, 306 and 302. Like that, 494, 497, 493, 376 all are related. 376 not that direct rape, rape committed on wife. The consent without consent of the wife, even if with the consent of wife, some offence, some act or punishable under section 376. So I would like to discuss a judgment which enable you to understand what is 493. AR 2020 Supreme Court 1758. Arun Singh versus State of Uttar Pradesh, Secretary and all. In this case, a lot of cases pertaining to quashing of final report on compromise and which cases should be quashed. Suppose even compromise is affected, whether some cases which is pertaining to society interest could be quashed or not have been discussed here. Naveen Sinha versus Krishna Murari. 156 Class 3, 482 CRP, Dowry Prohibition 3 and 4, 493 IPC were discussed. Several judgments were discussed. Here, actually what had happened, respondent 2 seems to have lodged a complaint to Bareilly under section 493 IPC read with section 3 and 4 of Dowry Prohibition Act. Actually the allegation was that there was some marriage proposal and ring ceremony was performed and date of marriage was scheduled on 19/11/2013. Thereafter, due to some problem, that was not done, but however the appellant seems to have had sexual intercourse with her continuously, and thereafter he demanded 5 lakh rupees for dowry. Charge sheet was filed, then they filed for quashing the petition. That was dismissed, therefore they went to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has said 493 offence is non-compoundable, section 3 and 4 of Dowry Prohibition Act also not compoundable. Then they have discussed Gyan Singh versus State of Punjab. Non-compoundable offences could be compoundable and quashed under section 482 CRPC. Depends upon the each case. The Supreme Court has said 320 is materially different from quashing of criminal proceedings by the High Court, exercising inherent jurisdiction. Then they say the broad principles have been discussed when the non-compoundable could be quashed. That is available at paragraph 13 of the judgment. Parbo Boy Ahir versus State of Gujarat. That you have to go through all these grounds where this complaint charge sheet could be quashed. Then again Narendra Singh versus State of Punjab was discussed. Then they say section 493 is every man who by deceit causes any woman who is not lawfully married to him believe that she is lawfully married to him and cohabit or have sexual intercourse. That is most important thing. They have carefully detailedly discussed 493, what all are the necessary ingredients. Then the FIR, they looked into FIR stating that there was no allegations to constitute any offence under section 493, that is he was deceived. Paras to be not yet completed, still the marriage was claimed. Paras means Satapti. uh, rounding the holy fire with 7 steps. Therefore, they say since the allegations are missing, they have quashed 493 IPC. But however, for section 3 and 4 of the Dowry Prohibition Act, after deeply discussing the provisions at paragraph 27, they say that is maintainable. Therefore, only complaint under section 493 charge sheet was deleted, and section 3 and 4 of Dowry Prohibition Act was allowed to be tried. That was the case law, and you go through the entirety of judgment, and also kindly go through the judgment referred therein, and also the guidelines to quash when the matter between the parties are settled. And they have distinguished the economic offences also, but sometimes it was matter between two individuals that could be quashed, but which is not it is indulging in society in law en masse, that should not be quashed. Then AR 2020, Supreme Court 1877, Mukul Agarwal was State of UP. Therein 420 IPC, 467, 468, 471. 420 cheating by deception, 467 fabricating document, 68 document, 471 using a false document, a genuine document. The allegation was that the documents were fabricated, but the civil suit held that the documents are not false or fabricated documents. Therefore, the prosecution was liable to be quashed. Therefore, they have quashed the charge sheet under section 420, 467, 468, 471. This is a case of Naveen Sinha vs. Krishna Murari, same judges. So this distinguish between quash proceedings. So one thing you should understand that how to file quash proceeding. Number one, by compromising, the offences are non-compoundable, you can file affidavit from both parties and claim for quash proceedings. Another one is, if the basic requirement of facts to meet out necessary ingredients of any specific offences was not available on apparent face of the record, that may be quashed. Then on the ground of laches, belated complaint, it could be quashed. The main ground for quash proceedings must be that the pendency of these proceedings is an abuse of process of the court. That must be one of the ground. Other ground was that if suppose you are filing an application for compounding the offences by compromising the dispute between the party, you have to state that since the matter has been settled and compromised, there is no possibility of case ending in conviction, and the pending process of the trial court would cause irreparable loss or mental nagali to the petitioner proceedings. So that way you have to, but you should not say by narrating your defense and argue your case. That may not be a good ground, because the court was not there to try whether your facts are true or other opposite side facts are true, and then they leave the matter to the lower court to try the case. Therefore, by kindly draft your quash proceedings aptly so that the court can come to your rescue and quash the proceedings. And actually, in compounding the offences, costs are being awarded for the process of investigation and the process of trial and for other matters. Therefore, kindly look into these both the judgments and be armed with your case laws knowledge. I hope you understand the case laws. Best wishes.